Tonight on DC News Now at 9. The sound of gunfire sends a crowd of teens running for their lives. The arrest police announced today in that senior skip day shooting. Blistering heat hits the DMV. Our weather team tracking another 90-degree day tomorrow. What is it looking like for the rest of the week? Got your forecast covered. Plus, anti-war protests intensify in college campuses as the countdown to graduation draws closer. How local universities are responding to the growing tensions. And later, as voters get ready to hit the polls for Maryland's Democratic primary, we sit down with U.S. Senate candidate Angela Alsobrooks.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us today for DC News Now at 9 o'clock. I'm Chris Flanagan. You are taking a live look right now at the nation's capital, actually at the White House here. A slight cool down tonight after parts of the DMV hit a whopping 90 degrees today, making it by far the hottest day of the year so far. All right, we have live team coverage as we look ahead to the rest of the work week. Daniel Hamburg is talking to people battling the heat without AC. That is just brutal. But first, your forecast now with Chief Meteorologist Janessa Webb. And Janessa, I think it's officially time to transition to our summer clothes.
Yes, definitely. We can definitely transition into losing those heavier coats, and really the numbers speak for themselves today. Let's talk about records that were broken out towards BWI and Dulles, officially hitting 92 and 91 degrees, beating those old records. Reagan, we came very close. We needed a 92-degree reading, upper 80s, so a very steamy day, and even Hagerstown, Martinsburg, upper 80s, but not beating records. And tomorrow we'll go after it again, challenging records across the DMV. Tonight it's mild out there. If you've been out there, 76 degrees. We're sitting under clear skies. The humidity levels are not outrageous, but dew points, they're in the 60s range. And so it still makes things slightly uncomfortable. Let's talk about Loudoun County, currently at 81 at the 9 o'clock hour, upper 70s from Woodstock into Luray. And then look how the 80s are still floating about from Cumberland to Hagerstown, all the way into Westminster. Clear night right now, but a few pop-up showers out towards the Mountain State region. They're dissipating fairly quickly, but we're going to hit rinse. Let's repeat on this entire situation and look how quickly we warm up tomorrow morning by 9 a.m. Already at a toasty 72 degrees, by 11 o'clock 84, and I think we'll be into the upper 80s by that lunch hour. Tomorrow, though, the difference is going to be contending with a little bit of rain making its way across our region. I have that full breakdown and the timing of that, Chris, coming up.
All right, Janessa, thanks. We'll see you then with temperatures hitting 90 degrees across our area. Many people in rent-controlled apartment buildings in D.C., well, they are sweltering without air conditioning. That's because D.C. law says the switch to AC, that's not required until May 15th. D.C. News Now's Daniel Hamburg live in Northwest tonight. And Daniel, the switch from heat to air condition, it's not as simple as just flicking a switch.
No, Chris, it's not. It's an entire building switchover for the pipe system to go from that heat to air conditioning. But for the moment, as we hit around 90 throughout our area, people are starting to feel like in this apartment, 80 degrees. That's why there's a lot of tower fans on and windows open to help keep people cool. Throughout D.C., windows are open and fans are working overtime.
It's pretty bad. Yeah, they haven't turned on the air conditioning yet.
Inside the apartments, it's like almost 90 degrees and above. We're not able to sleep. Last night, I had to go onto the rooftop just to cool down.
D.C. law says heating equipment shall maintain a temperature of no less than 68 degrees from October 1st to May 1st. And landlords have until May 15th to make the switch to AC.
80 degrees. As of right now, blinds have been down all day, windows closed, fans going.
Last year, Thule Stearns started a Change.org petition to change the mandates, and 5 council members sent a letter asking for the Construction Codes Coordinating Board to review the timeframes based on current local climate conditions.
Seems a little silly to not be able to say, hey, we know we had this May 15th date, temperatures are rising, it's getting a lot hotter a lot earlier. Let's just make it May 1st instead for air conditioning to be available.
In letters obtained by DC News Now from last June, the acting chairperson of the board said while summers are trending warmer, temperature variability during April to May and September to October is also expected to increase. saying there isn't a compelling need to change the structure or requirement of the dates.
For 2 days where you can wear an extra blanket at home, that feels a lot more reasonable than making people sweat through several weeks of 80, 90 degrees days.
So again, starting this Wednesday, landlords have 2 weeks until May 15th to make that switch over to AC. For now, hopefully people are staying cool this week. We're live in Northwest. Daniel Hamburg, DC News Now.
Yeah, that may be difficult. Daniel, thanks. Stay cool out there. And you can track this weather warm up right along with us here. Check the radar and current temps in your neighborhood anytime. Just go to DCNewsNow.com. Well, take a look. Tonight's shocking new video showing the moments 5 teens were shot at a senior skip day gathering in Greenbelt, Maryland. Tonight, 2 teens are in custody in connection to that shooting earlier this month. DC News Now's Mariel Carbone has more on what we're learning from the shooting scene, Schromm Hills Park.
Chris, tonight we're learning those 2 suspects are just 14 and 16 years old. They're both facing multiple charges and both students at Bowie High School. Now, this pavilion back here is where the shooting happened, and tonight many are just wondering how those 2 young people got their hands on those guns and why. This is the moment 5 young people were shot at Schromm Hills Park in Greenbelt earlier this month. Police on scene responding as hundreds of teens are seen running away. All of them here for a senior skip day gathering.
I was driving by and I saw just a bunch of cars pulled over, a lot of kids walking by.
Raul Enriquez drove past the park that day and didn't think much of it until later.
I saw a helicopter going around, so I knew something was up. I mean, I live quarter-mile away, so it's crazy for something like that to happen here.
On so many levels, it should not have happened.
Monday, officials announced the arrest of 2 juveniles for the shooting, a 14-year-old and a 16-year-old. Both are facing gun charges and attempted murder. Both are being charged as adults. City and county leaders are now working together on how to deal with the issue.
What is going on with truancy in the schools? And we're grappling along with the county, along with the state, along with the federal government on how to deal with these kinds of challenges.
The state's attorney Aisha Braveboy says her office is targeting truancy, trying to get parents involved. Meanwhile, cameras like this are being deployed around the city.
How to get those guns? Again, 14, 16-year-olds.
Still, community members say more needs to be done to keep kids out of trouble.
After-school programs would be nice. More engagement from the teachers, neighborhood. Let them know it's a different option that they can choose. They don't have to choose violence.
And police say witnesses helped identify those 2 suspects, but police are still investigating an exact motive. The good news tonight, Chris, is that all 5 victims are home from the hospital. Reporting in Greenbelt, I'm Mariel Carbone, DC News Now.
Good news indeed. Meanwhile, happening right now, a nationwide movement of college students protesting the war in Gaza is showing no signs of slowing down. Protesters at dozens of universities are demanding schools cut ties with Israel and divest from companies that profit from the Israel-Hamas war. Demonstrations are taking all different forms. They range from marches to encampments. Police interventions have led to more than 800 arrests on college campuses in the past 10 days. At George Washington University, students are refusing to leave unless their demands are met. They've been camped out at University Yard since Thursday. DC News Now's Leonard N. Fleming has the latest.
These students tell me they have not yet had discussions with the university regarding their divestment demands. And even without those discussions, and even amid pressure, they say they aren't going anywhere.
We have faith in our community that we will be able to stay here until we achieve our demands.
Reem Lababdi, a student organizer at George Washington University, says she and scores of her peers protesting the war in Gaza are not leaving. They want university divestment from Israel. This despite several students being suspended last week by university officials for their role in the protest and encampment. Those students are banned from campus, protesters say.
Fear of suspension is nothing compared to fear of bombs killing your whole families.
DC police who have been called on to disperse the protesters have not moved in. And students on Sunday removed the metal barriers around the U-Yard erected by the university. Student tents have also grown in size.
There is a need to protect students.
Corinne Hockman, who graduated from GW and now lives in North Carolina, says Jewish students are fearful of what she terms harmful rhetoric. She has been among many who have lobbied the university's president's office to remove the student protesters.
The heart of these protests are not necessarily about protecting or advocating for Palestinians as much as they are about denigrating Jewish students and Israelis.
Slanders against our movement are a distraction from our righteous goal of ending the genocide in Gaza.
No word yet on what the university will do next or whether they'll even meet with the student protesters. Reporting from George Washington University, Leonard N. Fleming, DC News Now, back to you.
All right, meanwhile, Virginia Tech, another school is trying to figure out how to get a handle on student encampments. Police arrested and charged nearly 100 protesters with trespassing Sunday night. Among the students' demands, they want Virginia Tech to divest from Israel and issue an official statement condemning Israel's violence.
VT, alongside a lot of other institutions, are complicit in the ongoing genocide of Palestinians in Gaza, and they're just continuing to fund people that are contributing to this genocide, like a state like Israel.
Yeah, but not everyone shares this sentiment. One man coming onto Tech's campus with his daughter in support of Israel.
I'm not here to say everything the Israeli government does is right. I'm here to say that this is wrong, that if you're going to have a protest for peace, you can't include Hamas. I want peace as bad as they do. I don't want to see bombs falling on anybody. But there's no pressure put on the guys that are starting this.
Well, the protests comes as campuses prepare for graduation ceremonies. The University of Southern California going as far as canceling its main commencement.